Aloha and welcome, Jan Wakefield here. I just wanted to go over the channeling session disclaimer and agreement. So, first of all, I want to thank you for participating in a channeling session, whether it's private or public. I'm grateful that you're here. Please read and acknowledge this disclaimer before proceeding. Please understand the nature of services. The information provided during channeling sessions is for educational, spiritual, and entertainment purposes only. These services are not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, financial, legal, or other licensed advice. The scope of services includes insights, guidance, and information received during the sessions are to be considered spiritual and metaphysical in nature. Sessions may explore personal growth, spiritual development, and general life guidance. Information shared is not predictive and should not be taken as absolute truth. You maintain full responsibility for your own decisions and actions. Some important limitations. The practitioner, me, I do not diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition. I cannot prescribe medications or advise about changing existing medications. I do not provide mental health therapy or counseling. I do not offer financial or investment advice. I do not provide legal counsel, and I cannot guarantee specific outcomes or results. Your responsibilities here are the following. By participating in a channeling session, you acknowledge that you are 18 years of age or older. You understand that this is not a substitute for professional services. You maintain full responsibility for your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. You will seek appropriate professional help for medical, psychological, financial, or legal concerns. You exercise your own judgment in applying any information received. Medical and mental health notice. If you are experiencing medical or mental health issues, consult qualified healthcare professionals. Maintain your prescribed treatments and medications. Do not delay or discontinue professional medical care. Treat channeling sessions and channeled healing sessions as complementary to, not replacements for, professional care. Your agreement. By proceeding with the session, you acknowledge that you have read, understood, and agreed to the terms and limitations. Your participation indicates acceptance of these terms and understanding of the non-professional nature of channeling services. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Hawaii. It's a beautiful day here, of course. Thank you so much for being here. A couple of announcements before we get started. I wanted to remind you that the disclaimer was on the screen. If you feel uncomfortable at any time during a channeling session, of course, just go ahead and hop off Zoom. And know that if you are here, you are consenting to the or agreeing to the disclaimer as it showed up on the screen. In addition to that, really exciting news. If you look in the chat, I put in there the link to the upcoming event that's happening. There are two sessions for pet parents. So it's a channeling just for pet parents. You can sign up for the event on that link. So go ahead and check it out. It'll pop open to my webpage for those of you who haven't seen my webpage yet. Welcome. So great to have you. All right. There are two versions of the Pet Parents course. One is tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and then Thursday morning, 7 a.m. I wanted to make sure that everyone had an opportunity to hop on. I know we're all in different time zones across the world. So thank you all for being part of the group. And yeah, if you have any questions about that, go ahead and drop it in the chat and I'll check that after the channeling session. Hey, it's going to be a great day. Today, I've already been in communication with the Blue Healers, and their message has been very potent lately, their messages. So if you have submitted a question, be sure to listen for that answer. And if you are here just to observe and enjoy the breath work, there will be a little bit of that as well. All right. So for today, and I just asked her if you could give me a thumbs up, make sure that we have audio.
Yes, we have audio. It's all good.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll begin with um, the breath practice. So go ahead and close your eyes. And allow yourself to just breathe naturally and begin to scan your body. It's always good to have a baseline and know what's going on each day. So scanning from head to toe, checking in where you might feel tension in your muscles. Maybe you have some feelings or thoughts that are associated with or not associated with experiences in your physical body. And make sure you scan all the way down to your toes. Sometimes we forget that we curl up our toes, that our legs are tight, and just breathe into any areas of tension in your body to release that energy and allow it just to move around a little bit. And bring some attention to your breath. And as you breathe in and out, how does it feel today? Are your sinuses clear? Do your lungs feel like they're expanding? Does your chest feel heavy? Are you able to expand throughout your torso? Or are you finding that your breath is just resting at the top of the lungs? And for whatever reason, you maybe could expand that area just a little bit more. Relaxing the shoulders and placing the hands gently on your lap. Let us begin with the heart breath. Breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4, expanding the heart wide. Release front to back, allowing the energy to rise up the spine to the eighth energy center above your head. And again, breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4. Release front to back and up to 8. And continue this breath cycle at your own pace. In through 6 and 5 to 4. Release front to back and up to 8. And as you continue, we will welcome into the space the extra-dimensional beings who are with us today. The violet people have arrived in the space. There are more than 15 violet people in the space today. The blue healers are in the space. We are numerous in our expression today because there is someone in this space who desires great healing. As you continue the heart breath at your own pace, be mindful of where your energy is in your body. So, do you feel tension in the lower energy centers of 3, 2, and 1? Feel free to expand those as well with each in breath, meaning you would breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4, 3, 2, and 1 at once, allowing the energy to expand wide, releasing front to back and up to 8. Continue this breath cycle. The 12th dimensional beings have arrived in this space. The Pleiadian Collective is here specifically for you. And there is another extra dimensional group who have arrived for answering one specific person's question. And so the space is now full of extra dimensional beings who are here on your behalf. And do 3 more breath cycles of the heart breath, expanding any of the energy centers wide. And with your next inhale, breathe in from 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8. Breathe in from 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. And release 1 to 8. And resume your natural breathing. Scanning your body once again for the space you have created. Today, we will begin with a message directly to all of you. The consideration is about human mental experiences, meaning the psychological expressions you have in your world. Your world is in a period of transition for the next 4 to 5 months, and during this time, there will be an increase in what you may consider to be mental health expressions that are of a lack of coherent expression. The lack of coherence in mental health in your world is becoming a problem for your kind, and therefore the natural order of the energetic patterns and frequencies of your planet, as they are connected to all of humanity, are beginning to release these negative vibrational patterns and frequencies to assist in the increase of coherence within the human mind collective. For those of you who are experiencing challenges within your own mind, within your own bodies, within your family systems, be aware that the challenges may feel as if they increase in the next few months. This is because the vibrational frequencies of awareness are rising, and that means the lack of coherence of mental health issues in your world will begin to make an attempt to continue as they are. Because lack of awareness is the primary cause of mental health challenges within your world, meaning lack of individual self awareness, these challenges within your world will become a little bit more prominent, a little bit louder, and a little bit less comfortable for those of you who already have a heightened sense of self awareness and how your own mind impacts the experiences you have in the world, how your mind directly relates to the experiences you have in your world. The time for blaming others has the time for blaming others must now cease, and the violet people, with your permission, would like to enter your space. You can grant them permission by speaking the word yes out loud or in your own mind. You may also opt to say no. The choice is yours. Today, their assistance is with allowing or encouraging your physical body to remember that self awareness is simply being able to balance within yourself a coherent sense of emotional regulation, a coherent sense of self, and a coherent sense of or experience of every perceptual state you have. And so, in your space, they will be behind you, assisting with the regulation of the nervous system within your body. As a kind reminder, Recognize that your nervous system is not specific to just you, as your modern medicine seems to believe. This belief is correct in the evolutionary moment in time of humanity. However, from a wider perspective of beyond 3D reality, understand that your nervous system connects into the neural network of all of humanity, of the Earth itself, of the Earth's place in the solar system, of the solar system within your galaxy, of your galaxy within the universe. You are not so small as you believe. Instead, you are a tiny expression of the neural network of the entire universe. And so, when you are feeling that somehow your 3D experiences are overwhelming, particularly in the realm of your emotional need for validation, that your outside world is somehow separate from you, we assure you it is not. Remember, in these times of unrest within your heart, within your mind, that you need only return to the breath practice and remind yourself that your neurology within the human body is connected to something greater. Humanity itself, as a collective, your earth vibrational frequencies, your place in your galaxy, and your galaxy's place in the universe. So, by simply returning to the heart breath, allowing all of the energy centers to be activated, expanded, and released into 8, you will begin to connect with the universal energies of the neural network of all things. For those of you who are in this space, we ask too that you continually remember that what you see before you may not be the same perception that anyone else in your world has of that same thing. It is okay for each individual human to have different perceptual states. However, remember that the clash of perceptual states is the only thing that creates lack of harmony, lack of love, and lack of connection in your world. Violence and aggression and lack of self awareness in your world is the only thing that is creating discord within you. And so, the moment you feel a sense of harmony within yourself, you know that there is harmony in the world. When there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony honor in the nation. When there is honor in the nation, there is peace in the world. With your eyes closed, breathe into the heart. Allow it to expand wide, connecting with the other individuals in your space. And release a deep cleansing breath. Resume your natural breathing. We, the Pleiadian Collective, wish to answer your first question.
The first question is from Marion. I am having trouble to disconnect from my 3D identity during meditation. What guidance can you give me to lean more into the unknown? No one, nowhere, no time, and no thing. Thank you.
We thank you for your question. This question is very relevant to each of your kind. For some reason in the human world, there is an expectation that you need to disengage from the 3D experience. Instead, we, the Pleiadians, recommend that you actually aim to step into the 3D experience and allow yourselves to be fully immersed in what it is. So, for example, you may find that this 3D experience you are having brings you into a closer state of harmony in your heart. Our kind uses the word harmony as a word to describe coherence. You may experience harmony in the 3D world and want to maintain that state of harmony in every moment, in every experience. However, the rules of the 3D world mean that you will have experiences that feel like a loss of harmony within the heart. This sensation of loss, this sensation of a lack of coherence in the heart is you being a 3D experience in your world. It is an okay experience, but simply remember that when you are out of harmony in the heart, you are not actually out of harmony in the heart. Your focus is on the chaos of the experience of the human world of pain and suffering. And so, what if you imagine for a moment that within the pain and suffering, you sing into the harmony of your heart? This song that we have introduced to you today, it is one from your human world, will immediately bring harmony back to your heart, whether you sing it aloud or in your own mind. And so you are a human who has moments of pain and suffering, and there is no escaping the pain and suffering for some of you in your bodies, in your minds, in your work experiences, in your relationships, because this is the agreement you all have made when embarking on a lovely lifetime in the human world. There are simply vacillations between love and what we would say is not an experience aligned with the vibrational frequency of what you prefer as love and harmony. So go out into your world, and with your perceptual state being what it is, you will step into, at one time or another, pain and suffering, disconnect and lack of harmony in your heart. Stand there in the pain and suffering of whatever game it is you are choosing to play that day as a human piece in the game. And once your awareness goes back to your heart of love and connection, you may continue to act and speak within the pain and suffering of the 3D world. And you may also decide to create harmony in the heart. And so you begin to understand that you can exist within 3D and 5D at the same time. For some of you, music is the avenue, the fastest avenue back to harmony within the heart. And so then you will be living in two separate places within you. One that is a part of the game of the 3D world. Feed the child, diaper the child, argue with a coworker, make boundaries with your spouse, make boundaries while you drive. Whatever it is that you do in the 3D world that produces pain and suffering, it can also be joined together with harmony of love and connection in the heart. Try that for a moment or two, meaning days or weeks or months, and allow yourself an inward smile when you finally figure out that you can be in 3D and 5D at once. You can be in the argument and in the song of harmony in your heart at the same time. One of the greatest challenges of the 3D human experience is somehow feeling you need to fight the 3D experience. You need to escape the 3D experience. You need to somehow rise up above the 3D experience. Instead, expand your arms wide and embrace the 3D experience, while still maintaining within your heart the beauty and harmony of who you truly wish to be in that moment. We also wish to expand your awareness with a little bit of caution. There are those in your world who have attempted to rise out of 3D and to stay into an illusory perspective of spirituality that is somehow confused with a 5D experience. When these individuals come into your sphere of experience, be mindful that it is purely a 3D illusion, not a dance between 3D and 5D. It is not for you to attempt in any way to change who they are. It is okay for you to place yourself within the harmony of your own heart, to release the need for attempting to find answers outside yourself. Listen to the voices as they come into your brain. Listen to the voices as those thoughts sink from the brain into your heart. And know that love, harmony, and connection are the answers that you seek. And so you may ask questions of others. You may have experiences of others. And in doing so, it is for you and only you to determine which messages create harmony in your heart. The blue healers have returned to the space. We will take your next question, please.
This next question comes from Oneness. Dear friends, I have two related questions. First, I would like to know why the seventh energy center seems to be left out of the heart breath. I say seems because I have a feeling it isn't left out at all. Second, in my own practice at times, you've been prompting me to work my centers in symmetrical pairs such as 1 and 7, 2 and 6, and so on, all resonating around and within the center of the heart. I love this. It feels very good and brings powerful coherence to everything. Please share as much information about this as it is appropriate for us right now. Thank you very much. Love you all.
Your beautiful heart in this space expands to include everyone. And with gratitude, we recognize that you are evolving in the practice as it brings harmony to your heart. The seventh energy center is not excluded from any of the breath practices, as your energy centers are intrinsically connected to one another. The seventh energy center is like a portal. It is the opening at the top of the head that connects you as an individual to the eighth energy center of the human collective, to the ninth energy center of the quantum field. And so, when you are breathing in the heart breath, you are drawing energy in from the eighth energy center, seemingly bypassing the seventh energy center to allow the breath to go in through 6 and 5, to rest in 4, expanding the heart center wide. When you release the energy and the breath from the front of the fourth energy center to the back and up to 8, you will pass through and wash the information of the breath practice through the entire seventh energy center, on out to 8. This is how the seventh energy center is included. The reason the heart breath goes from the 8th energy center to 6 and 5 is so that it can be, the energy of 8 can be tempered by the 6th energy center of the gland associated, the 5th energy center with the gland associated, down to the heart, where these energies of the 6th and the 5th co-mingle with the glands associated with the heart. This information system is unique to humanity. It is unique to the human experience. And as we have noted in the past, the breath practice is the language through which we speak to you. And so going from 8 to 6 and 5 to 4, we are bypassing only momentarily the pituitary gland because its role in the communication process is on the exhale and not on the inhale. We wish to allow you the experience of understanding through your perceptual state of the sixth and fifth energy centers to bring it to the heart so that the human experience is one that is in agreement with your understanding of the language we speak through the breath. And as it is released back up to 8, the pituitary gland releases information that comes back as communication or an answer to the questions that you ask, the answers that you receive through the brain, through the throat, to the heart, releases back again to us in your exhale through the pituitary gland, which then informs your entire neural network of the information that your cognitive state, the release of the information to your own body. And so think of it this way. When you are listening to someone speak to you, the words are in a language that you understand. When the language that you understand goes into your brain through your auditory function, it is then processed by the sixth and fifth energy centers and the glands associated with them. So now your auditory function impacts your glands in your brain, and your cognitive processes begin to activate. You, in your own brain, make meaning of the words that are spoken. Each individual human has their own capacity for this cognitive process, which is why many of you can hear the same information, but your understanding of it and your perception of it is unique to you. So the cognitive process of your understanding of the language you have perceived in your brain now begins to go into the pituitary gland so that your nervous system can be activated into a response. Your entire body is now involved. This entire process happens in less than 1 second of human time. This is why your emotional state is now activated. Your glands, your endocrine system then produces a chemical response that becomes your answer to whatever was spoken to you in the first place. And now your entire body is activated by the words that have come in through your auditory function. Your chemistry has changed, and it is different from every other chemical response in every other human who has listened to the same message. The complexity of the human form is such that In order for you to develop a heightened sense of awareness, you need to recognize that every time you listen, you see, you breathe, you experience anything, it creates a change within the body. This wonderful expression of humanness in you, unique to you, is why you look so different from everyone else. Returning now to our form of communication to you. We communicate through your channel, and these words go through the filters of your channel and then through the filters of the individual you. When we offer a breath practice, the breath bypasses the need for the complexities of individual languages. This means that regardless of the language you speak, the breath practice itself, once learned, can be done without words. Once practiced without words, will begin to allow coherence or harmony within the heart, which extends throughout the body and in the release up the spine, releasing the messages through the nervous system back up to the collective humanity of 8 is the fastest possible way we have found to impact your world on a greater scale without needing to speak to each individual on your planet. So, in essence, the seventh energy center is the translator from you to the eighth energy center, the collective of humanity, and you as a group here in this space. When you do the breath practice, you are impacting your entire world on a pretty magnificent scale. And so, for those of you who wish to change your world, the fastest way to do so is through the heart breath, the spiral breath, the healing breath, the cleansing breath, and any other breath practice we have released to you thus far. The more people who do this practice collectively, the more impact it will have on all of humanity. As we mentioned earlier, your individual neurology is connected to the neural network of the collective of humanity and then to your planet. For those of you who wish to see positive change in humanity or in or on your planet, know that the breath practice is the fastest way to do this as well. Take action in 3D as necessary. Use the breath practice as often as possible in order to perpetuate rapidity, to create speed in the transmutation of the negativity, the anger, the hate, the lack of harmony, the lack of coherence within humanity and in your world. And for a moment, with your eyes open or closed, simply practice the spiral breath from 8 to 1 and 1 to 8, allowing with the in-breath the collection of and the remembering of the information of what it is you wish to have in your life. With the exhale, release energies, patterns, and frequencies back into 8. There is someone in this space who has a concern about an entity within themselves or a loved one, an entity within the space in which this person lives. Know that the spiral breath is the fastest way to release these energies. They are not what you think they are. Simply use the breath, spiraling in from 8 to 1 and releasing from 1 to 8, collecting as a tornado or a vortex releases from 1 to 8, the energies of darkness within you and within your space and within your child. And so as you continue this breath, notice the space it creates within you. Notice how your sinuses begin to open up and release. This is because you are the most powerful force in your own life. You can release any energies within you that create illness, dis-ease, a lack of harmony, and a lack of coherence. And so, do 5 more cycles of the spiral breath. If you feel your body beginning to dissolve into nothing, this is perfectly okay. And please resume your natural breathing on your next exhale. This breath practice is available to you at any time. You can do so in every waking moment, in every sleeping moment. Simply set your intention and allow the body to do exactly what it knows how to do. Breathe for you, all on its own. We are ready for your next question, please.
The next question is from Andrea. Dear Blue Healers, for those of us who perceive that life on Earth is too challenging and unpleasant, may you please share guidance to assist us in experiencing life on Earth in a new way. Thank you.
Please take a moment as a collective to close your eyes. Feel your feet on the surface beneath you. Feel your seat on the surface beneath you. Bring your intention to the soles of your feet and feel what sensations are going on right now on the soles of your feet as they touch the surface beneath you. Beneath you is the earth itself. Without the surface beneath you, your feet would be on the earth itself. Take a moment to feel your feet in your mind's eye on the earth. Perhaps you feel grass or sand or dirt. Whatever it is, take a moment to connect into your earth. And on your next inhale, breathe in from the earth through your feet, up the legs to your heart. expand the heart wide. Release from the heart down the arms through the palms. And continue this breath in through the feet to the heart. Release from the heart down the arms to the palms. Breathe in through the feet to the heart. Release from the heart down the arms through the palms. Continue to do this breath at your own pace. As we answer this question, eyes remain closed, please. Turning the palms up on your lap, continue the breath. In through the feet to the heart. Release from the heart through the palms. We can only speak about your mental health situations from our outside perspective. It is important for each of you to remember that how you conduct yourselves in the human world is entirely your own choice. Your choices are your own. You are a victim to your own emotional experiences, your own chemistry in your body. The antidote is, of course, love, is, of course, empowerment within your heart. Perhaps it is time to embrace yourself in the experience of being who you are in the moment as you are, without needing to take action of any kind. For the person who asked this question, the violet people would also like to note that the chemical imbalance in your body is so extreme that there would be no way for you to, of your own thoughts, talk yourself out of it. The chemistry is deeply imbalanced. And their recommendation is that you seek some assistance in your world to help you with this chemical imbalance. You need help from an outside source whose education can assist you with rebalancing the chemistry of your body. And so, as we remind you once again, the human world is according to different rules than extradimensional realities. In the 3D world, only you can know the right steps, the right course of action for you, and what is right for you. Our information is merely speculation based on the access to the history of memories of humanity. And so, if what you seek, anyone, the person who questions and the person who's simply listening, if you are in any way feeling a lack of harmony or love in your heart, this imbalance is a situation for which you need to find the solutions for yourselves. We can express our love. We can express an idea of bringing yourself back into coherence. But the choice, as always, resides within you. Know that what you seek is love and coherence. And so it will be for you to discover which practices, which experiences, which relationships, which types of work, which types of foods you eat, and so on and so forth in the 3D world bring harmony to your heart. Listen closely to the messages as you receive them. And if you are unable to hear the beauty of love in your heart, perhaps there is assistance in your 3D world that can help you achieve the harmony that you seek. And so now we ask you to resume your natural breathing, scanning your body from head to toe, examining the space you have created within you. The Pleiadians have receded from the space. The 12th dimensional beings have receded from the space. The violet people have receded from the space. The extradimensional beings who have remained unnamed go now with the most recent questioner to provide love and support if they are permitted to enter the space. The blue healers would like to thank you once again for your permission in this beautiful space of love and connection. We remind you, love yourselves, love each other, assist each other, care about and for each other. Understand that the challenges you experience, the pain and suffering you experience, can be part of the human experience. Simply return again and again and again to the heart of harmony and love. The violet people would like to thank you for including them today in the healing process. As they recede from the space, they have a final message. You can do this. You, 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 all of you, each of you can do this. And the blue healers now recede from the space. All right, returning. Thank you all so very much for being here. It's always such a pleasure. One more announcement that I wanted to remind you. This Friday, there will be a healing session. It's always the third Friday of the month. So I want to make sure that for those of you who wish to participate in a healing session with the Blue Healers, it will be almost 100% breath practice. I have found these healing sessions to be incredibly potent. So please go today, have a wonderful experience of love and harmony in your heart. And I appreciate all of you for being here. Friday morning is 7 a.m. Hawaii time. So wherever you are in the world, there will be an announcement in the Telegram group. And I look forward to seeing you all there, or tomorrow night or Wednesday morning at the Pet Parents channeling session. Sending you all so much love. And hearts from Hawaii. I understand that Jan Wakefield and Jan Wakefield Professional Healer, DBA, Jan Wakefield Awakened, will own the copyrights to the recordings and all materials created or distributed in connection with these channelings, sessions, and workshops, and that no personal recording devices or cameras are permitted inside the channelings, sessions, or workshops. Any reproduction or distribution of any such materials to third parties without the express written consent of Jan Wakefield is prohibited. I hereby grant Jan Wakefield and Jan Wakefield Professional Healer, DBA, Jan Wakefield Awaken, the right to reproduce in any manner whatsoever, without compensation, any recording of my presence during this channeling, session, or workshop. I assume full responsibility for my reception and use and results from the materials connected with this in any way. Channeling, sessions, and workshops. I assume full responsibility for my reception and use of and results from the materials connected in any way with this channeling, session, or workshop. And I understand that Jan Wakefield and Jan Wakefield Professional Healer, DBA Jan Wakefield Awaken, is responsible only for the orderly presentation of the channelings, sessions, and workshops, and that I am voluntarily responsible for my own participation in channeling, sessions, and workshops, and for my own well-being. I hereby acknowledge and I have read the channeling, sessions, and workshops guidelines fully. I understand them. And by attending a Jan Wakefield channeling session or workshop, or signing below, I agree to be bound by their terms and conditions. I certify that I am 18 years of age or older, and I accept the channeling, sessions, and workshop guidelines at my own free will.